Exercise sulfur. This was the last week homework. Mention the question in which you have doubt. Just mention the question number. So I'll discuss first in MCQs. Any doubt from question 1 to question 10? Sorry, question 9. Is there any doubt in MCQs? 4 and 5. In question 4, which statement about a sulfuric acid is correct? So how we manufacture sulfuric acid? We manufacture sulfuric acid by a contact process. In this contact process, first sulfur react with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is reacted with more oxygen to form sulfur trioxide, and sulfur trioxide mixed with sulfuric acid to form oleum, and at the last oleum is diluted with water to form sulfuric acid. It is made by Haber's process, so that's wrong. It is not a Haber's process. It is a contact process. It is made in atmosphere by action of lightning. Action of lightning does not produce sulfuric acid. It produces nitric acid, because what happened due to the lightning or a flash, the nitrogen and oxygen from our atmosphere react and form oxides of nitrogen dioxide, and these are acidic oxide can mix with water in the atmosphere, produce nitrous acid or nitric acid. It react with ammonia to produce fertilizer. Fertilizer means salt. Sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4, it is an acid. And what is ammonia? Ammonia is alkaline gas or the basic gas. So when acid react with alkali or a base, this will result in a formation of a salt. So this will form ammonium sulfate, the salt. So these salt, why we call fertilizer? Because if this salt can provide the three essential nutrient, any one of them, nitrogen, phosphorus or potassium, we call that as fertilizer. So it is producing a fertilizer when react with ammonia. It react with copper metal. Not all of the metal are reacting with the acid. Like if you remember the sequence of the reactivity series, we have potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, and copper. So below lead, these metals like cannot react with acid, dilute acid. Concentrated can, but not, their reactions are not common. That is why D is also not the right statement. So which one is the right statement? C is a right statement. Sulfuric acid is manufactured by a contact process. The most important reaction take place in the presence of catalyst. So what is that most important reaction? The reversible reaction in which the sulfur dioxide react with more oxygen, result in a formation of sulfur trioxide. And we use vanadium pentoxide V2O5 as a catalyst. The reversible reaction when sulfur dioxide react with oxygen and vanadium pentoxide is used as a catalyst. So B is the right answer. Maybe in the marking scheme I mistyped that as A, but it is B. Because sometimes what happened when I'm copying the like marking scheme, because I'm typing the answer, so sometime it happened that maybe the instead of typing A I type B. So the correct answer for this one is B. Then question 9. In question 9, which statement about sulfur or one of its compound is correct? Sulfur occurred naturally as an element. As an element, sulfur, that's true. Sulfur dioxide is not used to kill, it can kill bacteria, but it is not used in Drinking water, in our drinking water, we use chlorine to kill bacteria. Because if sulfur dioxide is added to water, it will make acidic water. So it will not be drinkable, like, or it will not be suitable to drink. Sulfuric acid is a weak acid. That's totally wrong. It's a strong acid. Dilute sulfuric acid, not dilute, concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent, means it can remove water by the reaction. That's why A is a right statement. Is it clear? Now in the structure question, any doubt you can mention? Question number 1E. Concentrated sulfuric acid has a different property than dilute sulfuric acid. What happened? A concentrated sulfuric acid can be used as a dehydrating agent. How it is used as a dehydrating agent? So if we have a glucose, which is C6H12O6, by a chemical reaction, what it caused? It caused this glucose molecule to break into 6 carbon and 6 water molecules. So this carbon is a black solid and water is a colorless, vapors will be there, or gas. So name a black solid. So what is that black solid produced? That's carbon. And what kind of, or what type of reaction occur when a chemically water is removed from the substance? So we call this type of reaction as dehydration. The term D means like removal, or hydration is for water. So it's dehydration. Like example, if we use this term, a human body dehydrated, it means the water is being lost from the body. So this reaction is known as dehydration reaction. Then question 2B. Okay, in question 2B, sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide according to the following equation. 2B, so I will discuss whole this part. First, what is meant by this symbol? So what is the meaning of this symbol? This shows that the reaction is reversible. Means the reactant can form a product can form back the reactant. The catalyst used for when we use a vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide is a catalyst. Why is catalyst used? What is the purpose of the catalyst? To speed up the rate of reaction, like to increase the rate of the reaction. If a temperature higher than 450 were used, what will happen to amount of sulfur trioxide, and give a reason for your choice. As you can see, this reaction is exothermic. And how I know that this reaction is exothermic? Because energy change is negative. So if energy change is negative, the reaction is exothermic. Reactant have more energy, where the product is having less energy for a reaction which is exothermic. So sulfur dioxide reacted with oxygen, these are the reactant. To give sulfur trioxide, this is a product. So in the question, if I increase the temperature, so if I increase the temperature, what I will get more? I will get more sulfur dioxide and oxygen. So, or I can say the equilibrium increase in temperature, because the reaction is exothermic. So increase in temperature will shift the equilibrium towards left hand side, which reduce amount of SO3, sulfur trioxide, produced. For a reversible reaction, when you increase the temperature, increase the shifting of equilibrium is always towards side of the reactant, so you will get less amount of product. Suggests a reason why a temperature lower than 450 is not used. So if we use a temperature less than 450, the speed of the reaction will be very slow. Which take lot of time to produce sulfur trioxide. Then the last one, if a pressure higher than 1 or 2 atmosphere were used, what will happen to amount? Catalyst, the working of the catalyst does not depend on the temperature. The working of enzyme depends on the temperature. Like example, if there was enzyme and that enzyme was used as a catalyst, then enzyme can denature. So in case of enzyme, the change in temperature can denature the enzyme, which will not make them effective or make them effective to be a catalyst. But for normal, like here, vanadium pentoxide is a catalyst. So increasing or decreasing the temperature does not affect the efficiency of the catalyst in this case. But if it was an enzyme which was used as a catalyst, then definitely increasing or decreasing the temperature will alter the efficiency of this enzyme. If a pressure higher than 1 or 2 atmosphere were used, like if you use more pressure, what will happen to amount of sulfur trioxide produced, and give a reason for your choice. So increase in pressure always shift the equilibrium toward the side where number of moles are less. So when you check here, you have 3 moles and 2 moles. So increase in pressure shift the equilibrium toward side where number of moles are less. So what we will get more? We will get more sulfur trioxide or few moles of sulfur trioxide. So increase in pressure shift the equilibrium towards right hand side. So amount of sulfur trioxide will increase. Is it clear? Any other question or a doubt related to this exercise sulfur? Try to clear your doubt so in exam or a test you don't find this topic difficult. Any other question related to this exercise sulfur? Question 5A1. Question 4. In question number 4, okay, 5A I will discuss. First, question 4. You have different substances are given. Ammonia is there. Ammonia is there. Bauxite is there. Carbon dioxide is there. Carbon is there. Carbon monoxide is there. Sorry. Hematite, oxygen, sodium chloride, sulfur dioxide. Okay. The question is, which substance is the element? Ammonia is a compound. Bauxite is a mixture of basically aluminum oxide is there. Compound. Carbon dioxide compound. Carbon monoxide compound. Hematite, ore of iron compound. Oxygen. Oxygen is the element here. An ore of iron. So which one is them? Ore of the iron. Ore means like naturally occurring compound in nature. How we find these elements? or the source of these elements. So that is hematite. Used to bleach a wooden pulp to remove the color. So that is the use of sulfur dioxide. SUL-FUR, that is also correct, and SUL-PHUR, that is also correct, because both are making the same sound. So sulfur you can write in both ways. I used to write like SUL-PHUR, that's why commonly you'll find I'm using this spelling. But you can write SUL-FUR as well. Used to manufacture fertilizer. So what is the which is used to manufacture fertilizer? Ammonia. This is a use of ammonia. A toxic gas produced during incomplete combustion. So incomplete combustion, it is carbon monoxide. An ionic compound. Ionic compound means it's a combination of metal and non-metal. So which one? Sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. So that is sodium chloride. A reactant of photosynthesis. What is the equation for photosynthesis when carbon dioxide react with water? This will result in a formation of glucose plus oxygen. So which one of them is a reactant? So the reactant, you can identify carbon dioxide is a reactant here. And the product of the photosynthesis, so glucose is there, but that's not written, and oxygen is there. So you can write oxygen. This is question number 4. And then question number 5, part A. State the large scale source of sulfur element, like from where we can get this sulfur element, or what is the source of the element sulfur. You can mention in this question, you can mention the place where you are finding, or you can also mention like specific compound. Both answers are acceptable. So fossil fuel containing sulfur, this is a source of the sulfur, or sulfate salts, also a source of the sulfur we can obtain. State another use of sulfur dioxide. One of the use is to prepare this sulfuric acid. Then what else can be used, or what is another use for? So it is used to bleach the wooden pulp, or you can also mention to kill bacteria. How is sulfur changed into sulfur dioxide? So how we convert the sulfur into sulfur dioxide? So basically sulfur is burned in air to produce sulfur, because sulfur react with oxygen to give sulfur dioxide. And what is the source? Why, from where we get oxygen? So we'll get oxygen from air. So sulfur is burned. Air or oxygen to produce sulfur dioxide. Name a catalyst used so for conversion of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide. We use vanadium pentoxide as a catalyst. Reaction 2 is exothermic. Why is the catalyst rather than higher temperature is used? So because if a reaction is exothermic, if you use so increase in temperature, as a reaction is exothermic, so increase in temperature will shift the equilibrium towards left hand side. So amount of sulfur trioxide will decrease. That is why to increase the rate of reaction, we use a catalyst rather than a high temperature. Because if we increase the temperature, the amount of sulfur trioxide will decrease. Then write a word equation for reaction 3. In reaction 3, there's a sulfur trioxide is converting into sulfur oleum. So how it is converting to oleum? By reacting with sulfur trioxide plus sulfuric acid will result in a formation of oleum. And oleum is, write a symbolic equation. So first one was the word, so we did not use the symbol. Here symbolic equation, oleum is diluted with water. Symbolic equation must be balanced as well. H2, S2 and O7 plus H2O gives H2SO4, 2 molecules. So basically the one which was added and the one which is formed, both are being extracted. Is it clear? This exercise, sulfur. Any other doubt in this? Any other question or a doubt? The exercise sulfur.